All right, today we're jumping into what might just be the single most important technological race of our lifetime. This is a competition that's going to reshape just about everything, economies, societies, you name it, for generations to come. So let's get right into it.
And, that is not an exaggeration. We are smack in the middle of this massive global shift. Think of it like a new kind of arms race, but instead of weapons, the battle is being fought with algorithms, data, and pure computing power. It's a high-stakes game that all revolves around one single transformative technology.
Okay, so if we're really going to get a handle on how high the stakes are here, we need to understand what's at the heart of it all. What exactly is this technology we're talking about?
Well, at its core, it's artificial intelligence, or AI. It's all about building computer systems that can think, learn, and adapt on their own. We're essentially teaching machines to do all the things that, until now, you needed a person for. Like understanding a conversation or picking a face out of a crowd.
Now you gotta understand, AI isn't just one single thing. It's more of an umbrella term that covers a bunch of really powerful fields. You've got machine learning, where systems teach themselves from data instead of being programmed for every little step. Then there are neural networks, which are pretty wild. They're kind of inspired by our own brains and are amazing at spotting complex patterns. Robotics, of course, gives AI a physical body to interact with the world. And the fuel for this whole engine? Massive data-driven systems. That's what feeds the entire learning process.
So who are the big players in this race? First up, let's talk about the United States. It's been the world's innovation engine for a long time, and its whole approach to AI really reflects that history.
The American strategy is almost entirely driven by the private sector. You have this incredible ecosystem, right? Discoveries from world-class university labs flow into this super energetic startup scene. Then, these smaller companies either compete with or get bought up by the big tech giants, and the whole cycle is just supercharged by this constant fire hose of venture capital money.
And this chart, wow. It really puts that financial power on display. You can just see how private investment in AI in the US absolutely towers over what's happening everywhere else. It's this insane amount of cash that fuels that whole high-risk, high-reward style of innovation that the American approach is known for. It's a classic market-driven race to the top.
But on the other side of the world, a challenger has shown up with a totally different playbook. China's rise in AI has been incredibly fast, very strategic, and it's all being directed by the state.
China's whole game is top-down. The government has basically declared a national mission to dominate AI. This means building futuristic smart cities, using enormous national data networks to train their AI models, and pushing this tech into all their most important industries. The whole strategy is built on national scale and state control.
But this isn't just a two-horse race. There's a third major player that's carving out its own lane, Europe. Instead of trying to outspend the US or match the sheer scale of China, the European Union is trying to lead in a completely different way.
The European model is all about building AI that you can trust, an AI that's centered on people. They're leading the charge on big regulations like the AI Act, and the goal is to basically set the global rule book for what responsible AI should be. And this really plays to their strengths. They've got fantastic universities and a ton of influence when it comes to shaping global markets through policy.
Okay, so we've got three giants and three completely different game plans for winning the future of technology. Let's stack them up, side by side. And this just lays it out perfectly. The core philosophical differences. You've got the US with its market-driven, bottom-up innovation. You've got China with its state-directed, top-down push for massive scale. And then right in the middle, you have Europe, trying to forge this third way through regulation and ethical design. So how does this all shake out in the real world? Well, this table gives us a pretty good snapshot. The US is still the leader in private investment and has enormous influence through its corporate giants. China is catching up fast, and in some areas like research output and just the raw amount of data they have, they might even be ahead. And Europe? Their influence isn't so much in capital, but it's massive when it comes to setting the rules of the road for the whole world. So we need to be really clear about something. This is not just a race for the coolest new app. The outcome of this competition is going to fundamentally redefine what it even means to be a global power in the 21st century. So it just begs the question, right? What does that future, the prize at the end of this whole race, actually look like? Well, for one, we're talking about a world run by autonomous systems. I mean, just imagine it. Self-driving cars and trucks managing all of our transportation. Automated ships handling global shipping.
even advanced defense systems operating with very little human input. This is going to fundamentally change our physical world.
And our infrastructure itself is going to become intelligent. Our cities will start to work almost like living organisms. You'll have AI managing traffic flow to get rid of traffic jams, optimizing power grids to save energy, responding instantly to what people need. And this is not science fiction, this is the blueprint for the city of the future.
And really, what it all adds up to is AI-driven economies. Whole industries are going to be transformed by automation and intelligent systems. This will create a kind of wealth and productivity we have never seen before. But it's also going to present enormous challenges for society that we're all going to have to navigate. So the stakes really could not be higher. This is so much more than a technology race. It's a competition to write the rules for the next century. The question that's left is not if AI will shape the future of global power. That's already happening. The real question is whose vision of that future is going to be the one that wins out.